day and welcome to Bark the Truth. I'm Vernon Darby and my guest is MP Fitz Jackson, CD. He is the Member of Parliament for St. Catherine Southern. He has been winning that seat since the 1994 by-election. He previously served as chairman of the People's National Party 2018 to 2020. MP Jackson currently serves on the following parliamentary committees: the constituency boundaries, the internal and external affairs, public administration, and appropriations. And he has really served, is what, 7 times? Seven, you have gone, what, 7 terms, sir?
7 terms so far. The
How many
next one
terms?
will be 8. 7 so far. The next will be 8.
Oh, it's clear to me that you're about to make history. Now, Portmore citizens have lobbied to have their municipality and also be able to elect their mayor. This is the only area in Jamaica where the people can vote for someone to be their mayor. Mayors are normally selected by the party, which has the majority seats in the municipality, or where there's a tie, the party which gets the popular vote selects the mayor. The parliament has voted to make Portmore the 15th parish of Jamaica. The People's National Party has a problem with how the Jamaica Labour Party has gone about making this change. So that is the Jamaica Labour Party government. Today, let's hear from MP Fitz Jackson, yes, his position and the position of the People's National Party.
Thank you very much, Vernon. My pleasure to be with you and to share with your viewers and your listeners. Your introduction was correct. The municipality of Portmore, in its present form, in its present structure, was never created by the People's National Party government.
Yes.
It came about out of the conscientious, deliberate, persistent lobbying and consultation among the leadership and citizens of Portmore over a period of about 8 years. I remember clearly in about...
Could I interject there? I'm not from Portmore, but I was part of it.
There you go. So you're
Mr.
a witness.
Lee. Yes.
Yes. So you are a witness to the process
yes,
that brought it about. And you also can verify that it was not the PNP who created the municipality, for which we make no claim.
Yes.
The only claim we make is that we listened to the residents of Portmore.
Right.
We facilitated what they sought to have and to make it into a reality. That municipality that they created was very peculiar. In fact, it's unique in Jamaica and in the English-speaking Caribbean.
Yes.
The municipality created then of Portmore set out to do one singular thing: to exercise local government authority over all the local government issues or matters that affects the communities in Portmore. What it is called and what's not called was never an issue. It's what it is able to do.
Right.
In the legislation, the enabling legislation for the Portmore municipality, what it merely did is, one, confers on the Portmore municipality all the authorities existing in other parish councils across the country. So it is not any less in authority, in governance, but it is actually more.
Oh.
The Portmore municipality is way ahead of all the other municipalities in Jamaica. And
yes.
How is that so?
Well, for one day to vote for the mayor.
Indeed. Indeed, one of. So the mayor is directly accountable to them as the head of the municipality. Number 2, the municipality of Portmore is the only one of its kind that goes beyond the elected members from either political party to provide a seat at the municipal table for non-elected civil groups in Portmore. They can't vote, but they can participate in the decisions. And what it does is add transparency to the deliberations. That doesn't exist in no other municipality in Jamaica. Thirdly, it also confers on the municipality the obligation that should it intend or contemplate to change the boundaries that make up that municipality, it can't be done exclusively by the political directorate of either side or together amongst themselves. They must go to have at least 1/7 of the registered voters in the municipality vote to accept or reject that proposed changes. No other municipality. So when the question is asked, so what would Portmore stand to lose if it becomes a parish? It will lose all those governance structures. It will be reduced. Really? Yes. It will be reduced because in the bill that was passed yesterday in the lower house, Section 8 of the bill, in one sentence, repeals charter that establishes all those things that I made mention of. All of them. That is what the government of Jamaica is doing to the people of Portmore. So rather than make the municipality of Portmore stronger,
yes,
by making it a parish, it's making it weaker. Now, how can the government claim to be advancing Portmore by making it weaker? No other municipality in Jamaica have in law, in statutory provision, those authorities. It's a travesty, and it's wrong, it's bad, and it's cruel. But when the question is asked, what do we have to lose? I've gave you examples of what it has to lose.
Yeah.
But there's something to be gained. What is that something? Minister Warmington made it clear. He told us what is it. You don't have to take my word. He spoke on behalf of the government. And I say that he spoke on behalf of the government because as a senior cabinet member at the time and a senior officer of the Jamaica Labour Party, having made those statements and made them public, neither the Prime Minister nor no one on his behalf has ever up to this day refuted what former Minister Warmington said publicly. None.
But you made a point there, which I don't think many of us are aware of, that the law under which the Portmore municipality functions, that law has become literally null and void, not as yet until it goes to the Governor General. But that is unusual. What steps, because I understand that the municipality might take it to court, but what steps can it take before that? It has to go to the Senate.
Yes.
But the government has majority in the Senate. Well, I think about 3 or 4 now.
Yes.
They're short.
There are some things that can be done.
Yes.
But before we go to the things that to be done, first, and what the government is seeking to do with this bill called the Amendment of the Parish Boundary, which seems quite innocent, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to change from a municipality to a parish. Big things, historic, as the minister claimed yesterday. Yet, they cannot point to one thing, just one, not two, not three, just one. On the other hand, it rips apart much of what it has. But all of that is being done, as Minister Warmington said, and it's public record. It is to enable the Jamaica Labour Party to establish a constituency stronghold of East Central St. Catherine. 2, it is to make South St. Catherine, which I represent, weaker than it is. Thirdly, it is to prevent the PNP councillors who forms the majority from Portmore to vote in the St. Catherine municipality and to select the mayor as part of the overall majority there.
No, but that would be understandable, though, that if you're already voting for mayor, you would want it to be voting in 2 places. So that I can understand.
No. I disagree. And I tell you the rationale behind it.
Yes.
The people of Portmore were not idiots in 2003 leading up to. There was a reason. The reason why the Portmore councillors need to vote in St. Catherine because it is still part of the parish of St. Catherine. Remember, the genesis of this municipality was for the governance of that space called Portmore. That was the object.
But if they become a separate parish now, then they would not be able to vote in another parish.
No, but why are you elect now to cut them off? Do ever tell you that they want to not be in St. Catherine? Okay. Or the people in Linstead say that they don't want to be a part of the parish of St. Catherine anymore. So you're
saying now that there was not sufficient consultation.
There was none. There was none. Where the records to substantiate it. You are one that can bear witness to the consultation that took place for the establishment of the Portmore municipality. So I don't have to convince you. You are a living witness. And there are many others in Portmore who were part of the process.
But what many don't know, and I can't argue with you, is when you say that the regulations which guided the operations of the Portmore municipality with this new law, that will make those regulations now null and void, or that would be a major change, because that would be good. So that I have no way of verifying this point, but if that is
no, Vernon, you can verify it. Yes, you can verify it.
No, I have not read the new.
No, bill. But you have not read it yet, but you can verify it even before the night is out.
Yes.
You'd all have to do is just read the bill.
Right.
It's there. So you don't have to believe me or Minister Mackenzie. It's there. And that's why it is very disingenuous, very deceptive, very dishonest when the government members come to the public and say Portmore residents will not be any worse off. That's not true.
But then they can speak for themselves. So I would expect them to.
No, we're not talking about whether they can speak. We're talking about whether what they say is truthful.
Yeah. But I'm saying that they just road to go on, because if they say otherwise, then you'll be in trouble.
No, but you have heard what they have said publicly.
Yes.
And you know what the facts are in the bill. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking you to believe me. I'm just asking you to go by what the facts are and the records are. Now, there is something to be gained.
Yes.
What is that something? As I started to say, which Minister Warmington pointed us to. It is to create a JLP stronghold in East Central St. Catherine. It is to make South St. Catherine weaker. It is to prevent the Portmore councillors from voting in Spanish Town. And how do they do that? They deliberately and particularly cut the boundary to make the parish that excludes all the areas to the north that vote for the PNP. That's in the bill also. So Lime Tree goes, Lakes Pen goes, Grange Lane goes, Quarry Hill goes, all those communities go. That's for my constituency. That's not a claim, Vernon, I'm making. It's in the bill. It's written. And if you look in Ansard, well, the bill is there, tabled, and Minister Mackenzie said it in the debate. So that's where the gerrymandering comes in. So when I made the claim yesterday that the bill will be more appropriately entitled the gerrymandering of constituent political boundaries 2025, that's the basis of saying it.
But let me ask you, what role with the EOJ? Should we be looking at expanding that role? Because it means, therefore, if government in power can change the boundaries, then what will stop your government, which might form the next government, for changing the boundaries or changing them every now and again?
In every endeavor, honesty cannot be legislated, You know that. Honesty can't be legislated. You can legislate laws and then you measure people breach of those.
Yes.
It's a good question you ask about the EOJ. Because inherent in what the government is doing, and again, why I say they're very deceptive and dishonest. They say, we are not changing any constituency boundaries. But does the boundary that you're proposing for the parish changes the constituency boundary? Yes, by removing those areas. That's where the dishonesty is. And how do they go about doing it? 45 years ago, 45 years ago in 1979, after the rampant political killings of almost 1,000 people in Jamaica,
they give me headache now to remind me of that,
The wisdom of the Mr. Siaga and others in the leadership of the GLP, the wisdom of Mr. Michael Manley and those in leadership of the PNP, said enough is enough. Much of the political violence is fueled by the fear of one-upmanship by the government of the day, who unilaterally determine how elections are conducted,
when they are to be conducted,
and the political boundaries, constituency boundaries. So in order to stem that from happening again in Jamaica, we will remove it from either party who forms the government, and the establishment of Electoral Advisory Committee came into being with a set of independent members accepted by either side, and you have two from either side to sit with those independent bodies.
Right.
Since 1980, there has never been any controversy about electoral boundary in Jamaica, because whatever concerns that either side have, through with the independent commissioners, they are resolved and both sides agree to it. And that is the basis on which we have not had any dispute.
But Mr. Jackson, if these things are not enshrined in a constitution, right now we said we're going to change the constitution.
No, but no, but Bernard, don't let us go ahead of ourselves. The law exists there. What the government did yesterday and seeking to continue is to circumvent that law by using their parliamentary majority to set up a new parish to achieve that goal.
And I guess I can also change the law too, so unless you have a constitution, that
is not in dispute. We're talking about a situation that we have now, not a constitutional adjustment that we should make. There is an exigency now, and there is an election due in 6 months. Let us focus on how we're going to make that fair and just.
But I put it to you, so the way politics is done, I don't see anything happening, because by the time you go to court, it's going to take a number of months.
Well, that's one of the reasons why, we're going to go to the court to seek an injunction immediately, which would stay any action. That's the first step we're going to do. So, yes, we are relying on the court to intervene.
It should be very interesting. I'm no lawyer, but to see what happens. Would they give an injunction against the elections generally, or just for that for those constituencies that are involved?
I am no lawyer either. But one of the things I have learned over time.
Yes.
Courts generally take decisions if an action will disturb in a negative way. One or the other is the basis of a stay, because there won't be any injury to anybody if the status quo remains.
So the status quo is what is it? Yes, I follow.
That's what I'm saying. So the point I'm making, which Jamaica much appreciate, is that what the government is seeking to do is to undo and to emasculate, is to castrate the EOJ by removing that exclusive authority of setting constituency boundaries. That's what the action yesterday set out to do. Vernon, if we're honest, we must call it as it is. Sometimes some of us don't want to seem like we're offending somebody, and we dance around the naked truth that is staring us in the eye. It makes us hypocrites.
And what is important, so is if the people understand the issues. I think sometimes, I don't know if they don't care. So they must understand what the JLP is saying, understand what the PNP is saying, and they must also understand what is best for them so they can make an informed decision. I just think that people are fast asleep.
I agree with you, but while we seek to get there, we must seek to deliberately attend to the exigency before us. There is a travesty being committed. The first thing to do is to halt that travesty. A friend of mine told me some time ago, said, Fitz, if the car is going down a precipice the first thing you do is not to try to turn around. First thing you try to do is to stop. Then you turn. What we are seeking to do amidst this travesty that is being committed is to put it a halt. Then we can make whatever turn we want to go further down or back to where we're coming from.
Interesting.
And that's all I'm appealing to my fellow Jamaicans to do, because you know what, Vernon?
Yes.
If this is permitted to prevail, any other parish in Jamaica boundary can be changed in a similar manner or be allowed to change in a similar manner. We have to cauterize it now, nip it in the bud right now. Because, you know, as I said, if in the wisdom of any government, it believes that the parish configuration of the country should be adjusted, nothing wrong with you having a thought in that direction. But something as lasting as the parish structure of the country requires not only discussion between the people in Portmore and St. Catherine, but all of Jamaica, because the configuration affects the entire Jamaica.
Right. All right, we have to go now. Any final point you want to make? And this will be distributed. I hope everything works right. Because the people must be informed and must hear the opinions.
I sincerely hope, Vernon, that my fellow Jamaicans recognize that the future, the present situation in our country and the future of this country lies in our hands. Not me more than them or them more than me. All of us individually and collectively. If we don't act and act now, we have some answers to give to those to come, of how we by our inaction was complicit with the travesty that prevailed while we were alive and well.
Well, I want to thank you very much. And generally, I'll be talking to other people too. All I would say, those who have ears to hear, let them hear. And when you have heard, use your intellect, your common sense, and your intelligence to come to your own conclusions. And when you come to your own conclusions, make sure that your leaders act accordingly. Thank you very much, Mr. Fitz Jackson, MP.
My pleasure.
And I hope God give you good health, so you'll be around twice by age. you make a
I want to live as long as I can, and for you to have you around also.
All the best, my brother.